What it do, YouTube? It's your boy, Mr. MeatShower, coming at you today with a review of the new Gen 2 CrossMag from Cross Industries. Now, I'm gonna do what all YouTubers do in YouTube videos now and tell you to like, comment, and subscribe to the video so, you know, it helps the algorithm and stuff like that. And also, feel free to follow me on my social medias, or don't. Come check me out on Twitch. And speaking of Twitch, stick around till the end of the video where you can learn how you can win one of these magazines. Actually, this magazine right here. You can learn how you can win this exact magazine right here. So, full disclosure on my relationship with Cross Industries. I slid into their DM saying, hey, do you want me to do a review of your new Gen 2 magazine? And they said, sure, why not? Mag's inbound in the mail, ETA 3 business days. And they sent me not one, not two, but 3 of their brand new Gen 2 CrossMags. So, what are the differences between the Gen 1 and the Gen 2 CrossMag? Well, according to Cross Industries, it has an improved feed angle, an improved follower, increased texture on body, and dimensional changes for faster reloads. Now, onto the increased texture on body, this is what they're talking about. It's more of a rougher finish versus the Gen 1's was a smooth finish. This I like because it gives you a better grip on the magazine. It's almost like grip tape, one could say, when you're going for those quick reloads. So to test if these magazines worked, I ran some while doing some long range shooting during a range day, and they worked without any issues. They loaded into the gun and fed ammo without any problems. They also locked the bolt back on the last round every time, which is nice because this is one of the issues I had with the Gen 1s. With the Gen 1 magazines, it was very hit or miss on whether or not the magazine was gonna lock the bolt back after the last round. With the Gen 1 magazines, I never had an issue with the magazine feeding rounds into the gun, and I wanted to see if they continued on the success into the Gen 2s. So I performed this little test. So, as you can see here, we have 180 rounds of 223/556 on some stripper mags that I'm going to load into this Gen 2 CrossMag via this CrossMag mag ripper. That's called cross promotion, in case you're wondering. I have my cat behind me. I have a show on TV to watch because this is going to take a minute. I have a delicious sparkling water, and now let's begin the test. And also confirm that this rifle is on safe with trigger lock on, so here we go. Oh, so right there, I've had one failure. Oh, tried to do a double feed. All right, let's load it back in and see what happens. There we go, there's another thing. Still haven't been able to fix the issue of being able to over-insert. Then again, I've recently done that with a P-Mag as well. So, that could be just polymer mags in general, or, yeah. Yep, another double feed there. And again, that one's just a misfeed there. So locking the bolt back. Gonna try the double feed again. Yes, so one thing I've noticed so far is that, mind you, it could be the rounds, the way they're seated. Next, maybe we'll make sure they're all seated fully to the rear because I've been mag tapping there. But it hasn't been able to properly grab the round, and yeah, essentially kind of almost like a double feed malfunction. Seems to be having a bit of an issue with feeding. Then again, we're doing this on an MCR, so who knows if that's the issue or if it's the magazine. We'd have to try it out on another firearm, do the exact same test to see if we would get the exact same result. Then again, we could say that it could be the angle of which I'm doing this on that is causing it. Next mags we'll be testing with the rifle out and the spots on the side. There we go, 180 rounds through the magazine, ran by charging the handle back. So as we saw, there was a couple of failures there. Then again, I was not able to recreate the failures when I had the rifle standing up versus on the side. So I question whether or not it was the angle of the firearm versus the magazine itself. Because as we saw there, the last 50 or so rounds that we put through the gun, while it was standing up, had no failures at all besides, again, the over-insertion of the mag. Anyways, back to the basement, Pat. So as you can see, I had a few issues with rounds feeding into the gun when it was canted on its side, but I was not able to recreate that issue when the gun was upright. So I'm suspect on whether or not it was the mag versus the angle of the gun. Now some of you might be going, Mr. MeatShower, you've only tested it on your MCR. How do you know if it worked? Well, I tested it on a Type 97 to see if it worked, so. So there you go, ran in a Type 97 with no problem. So for those of you with no taste or a lack of understanding of basic ergonomics or biomechanics, it will work in your gun. One of the issues that did carry over from the Gen 1 into the Gen 2 was the ability to over-insert the magazine into the gun. Now, I will say it's more difficult to over-insert the Gen 2 magazines versus the Gen 1s was incredibly easy. Check it out here on my MCR video where you can watch me do it. That link right there. But with enough force, I was able to make that happen. We'll try to recreate it right now. Oh, nothing there. But there it is right there. And we've got the, yeah, that's a problem. Let's do it again on this, with this side. Yep, it is, you're able to do it. So basically, just want to insert it, beer can style. So be aware when you are inserting the magazine, you don't want to give it a tap, you just want to put it in there and you're off to the races. And to be fair, this failure has happened to me once or twice with Magpul PMags. So I'm almost wondering if it's a polymer magazine issue because I've not been able to recreate the same issue with USGI Stanag style magazines. Hey guys, quick little disclaimer on the over-insertion issue. I did reach out to Cross Industries about this issue that I have had with their Gen 1 and Gen 2s, and they did confirm that it is an issue that is specific to the Canadian-built AR-180 platforms. I reached out to some other shooters who also run Gen 1 and Gen 2 CrossMags and other platforms, and they said they haven't had that problem in other platforms. So this is a problem specific to Canadian-built AR-180s. Now you know. Now, considering they changed the texture on the outside of the magazines, I wanted to see if it was still as strong as the Gen 1s, so we put together this little stress test. All right, we're gonna see if they can handle a 2015 Nissan Juke Nismo RS driving over it. Look at that. Not even a scratch on it. Well, there you go. Now on to some final thoughts of the Gen 2 CrossMag. I do like the updated texture finish on the magazines. As stated before, you can see with the Gen 1s, it's a smooth plastic where it's easy to make my thumb slip around on that, where this, not as easy. So that right there, big plus. Being able to snap it in half so that you have two 10-round magazines is nice. I like that for when I'm shooting prone off a sandbag because that way my magazine isn't getting in the way of the gun when I'm laying prone. All in all, I also just like the idea and the ability of the magazine itself because 223 pistol mags are incredibly based. They also retain the same price point as the Gen 1s, which is about 55 bucks Canadian. So that right there is kind of cool. Now, the question some of you may ask right now is, Mr. MeatShower, would you buy one with your own money? You were provided a couple of them. You know, would you spend your hard-earned money on? Would you take your money? Would? To be honest, yeah, I'd probably buy one or two. I already own 4 of the Gen 1 magazines. Now, while I haven't had any major issues with them, they have given me some problems. And part of me inside would want to know that they had corrected those issues with the Gen 2. So, there you go. Gen 2 CrossMag. Now you know a little bit more about it and you're possibly a little bit smarter. Now, as stated at the beginning of the video, I'm giving away this mag right here on Twitch. Want to learn how? You're about to find out. On November 19th, I'm doing a 24-hour stream on Twitch to help raise donations for the Alzheimer's Society of BC. Throughout the stream, I'll be doing some giveaways to the viewers, and again, this magazine right here is one of the things to give away. So a big thank you to Cross Industries for the help. I would also like to thank these companies right here for also donating some prizes. There's some rad things to be given away during that 24 hours. So come check it out November 19th around noon. Come have a couple laughs, possibly win some great prizes, and help support a cause that is near and dear to my heart. Also, feel free to check out my social medias. That's where I'm going to be posting updates about the stream. So yeah, check them out, or don't. And I hope to see you on November 19th. Have a good one. And fuck off, iPhone. I don't care that the iPhone backup has failed. Have I backed it up in 32 weeks? No, clearly I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna pay fucking $50 to back it up. Suck my dick.